Well, Patrick Mullins joins us at Aintree prior to the Randox Grand National on Saturday. And Patrick, we're going to spin through the 8 declared runners for the Mullins team in the big race itself. And we'll start with the JP McManus team. It's wide and it's strong. You've got Janadil, Capodanno, Meeting of the Waters, and of course I Am Maximus, one of the favourites. Paul Townend's right.
Yeah, look, I'm going to be controversial. I wouldn't have had I Am Maximus up at the top. I think he's an awkward jumper. If he runs like he did in the Irish National last year, I can't see him getting back into the race. I know the ground is going to be slow, that'll help, but his best form is going right-handed, even though he jumps left. I just think Paul is going to have to be he's going to have to be a magician, I think, but he has done that before.
And what about Capodanno? I know Willie was quite keen on him. Well, an interrupted preparation last year, but better this time around?
Yeah, look, last year we got no clear run with him, and he jumped really well and got tired then across the Mellon Road. Danny pulled him up. But I suppose you'd have to worry that maybe, having won the Grade 2 in January, is he going to be ahead of the handicapper? Probably not.
And Danny Mullins is back on the Ultima Third, Meeting of the Waters, one of those down the way, it's progressive horse.
Yeah, look, Meeting the Waters, I bought him in the summer. I ran in my colours early on, and we were kind of following the Noble Yates route and sold him to Paul then before Christmas, and Paul moved him on to JP, but we've been following that Noble Yates route, and he got a fair whack now for winning at Christmas. Thought Danny could have maybe been a bit cleverer there, but anyway. But he gets in with a nice lightweight, and my only concern with him is he'll need to settle. He was a little bit keen in Cheltenham. He's wearing the hood. If he doesn't settle, he's going to be hard to get home this ground. But if he does settle, I think he's got the right profile. He's young, he's a lightweight, lightly raced. He's unexposed.
And two outsiders, let's touch on those. Can you give a chance to Adamantly Chosen or Glen Gooley?
Look, I think they're both big prices. I think Glen Gooley, that Hyestes run is a huge run. That's a great Grand National trial. He was too keen, I think, in Cheltenham. He ended up in front, and Danny was trying to slow it down, and he just ran a bit keen. I put a line through that. Again, he's got a racing weight, so I definitely wouldn't discount him. And Adamantly Chosen lost his way there for a long time, but he has some high-class novice chase form, Grade 1 form. Again, gets him in a lightweight. He's coming back to form, won last time. Look, they're 66, 50 to 1. To me, they're more 20 to 1 or 16 to 1 shots. So to me, they are value.
And lastly, certainly not leastly, we're going to come to your two I'll call them Patrick Mullins projects. Obviously, you ride Statler in the big race. He's fancied in a few quarters. Do you give him a squeak? You must be fairly confident.
Look, well, I think we are worried about the ground, but I think it's not as bad as what we I thought it might be. Yeah. I think it's beautiful ground, beautiful jumping ground, and it's drying out. This place dries out so quickly. So if you're not in, you can't win. We're going to take our chance. I think he'd be a great jumper. Again, he's got plenty of weight. He just doesn't seem to be the same horse this year as he was last year. So we go in hope rather than confidence.
And what about the talented, but I must say quirky Mr. Incredible? A horse recently described by Paul Byrne as unsellable. Obviously, this is for a man who's sold Noble Yates and Meeting of the Waters. This has been some project, hasn't he, Mr. Incredible? Would you have ridden him if you could do the weight?
Oh, definitely, yeah. But look, I think Paul has a soft spot for him. I think Paul's choosing not to sell him. But anyway, he mightn't admit that. But look, he's been in fantastic form since Uttoxeter. He hasn't put a foot wrong at home. To be honest, it's the best I think we've ever had him. He was going really well here last year when the saddle slipped, so we didn't get to find out. He's still got a nice weight. The standing start is the concern. We did practice it once at home, and he did it, so we didn't do it anymore. We didn't want him to get too used to it, but that's going to be the only concern. He's going to have to jump off, but if he does, he'll stay, he'll hand the ground, he jumps. He's the kind of horse to go win a national, isn't he?
Well, good luck to Brian Hayes, and obviously good luck to you as well in the big race itself. Thank you for your time as ever, Patrick.